and welcome to Blue Pill Podcast, everyone. This is Abe, your host. It is July 17th, 2025. July 17th. There's that number, 17Q, I wonder if the Q-tards are going to say anything's crazy's happening today. With everything crazy going on with Epstein and stuff. So, like you heard, it's a Blue Pill Podcast episode today because I have a lot to get into because some crazy shit went down yesterday. So, honestly, I'm going to keep the intro kind of short. That opening song, like I said, I'm trying to do more opening music. That's from Majora's Mask, the Song of Healing. Legend of Zelda, which we will actually get into later on in this episode. I'm going to keep the intro short, though, because something happened crazy in my life yesterday that's true crime related. You guys know that I cover, not a whole lot, but I do cover true crime because that's one of my interests. Like, my three main interests for this channel, for Conspiracy Corner specifically, because I have two podcasts. If you're listening to Blue Pill Podcast, go check out Conspiracy Corner if you like conspiracy theories. If you don't like conspiracy theories, check out Blue Pill Podcast. Here lately, I've just been doing a lot of game reviews on it. And it's just my everyday normal life. So sometimes those two podcasts kind of meld together. It's kind of a purple pill podcast today, So I wanted to do that intro song, Zelda, because we're going to get into some Zelda stuff. So check out my Zelda playlist if you're a big fan of Zelda. You'll love it. There's 6 episodes on there, full-blown podcast episodes talking about Zelda, because that's what I've been into lately. Been playing Minish Cap on my SP, doing side quest shit right now. I'm so close to beating the game, dude. It's awesome, and I'm going to be doing a review on it whenever I beat it. I ain't gonna lie, dude, I woke up in a cranky fucking mood. Like I said, I'm gonna keep my personal intro short. Group text, I got a real passive aggressive manager, micromanagement, just dumb shit, man. And it's like, it's so sad too, man, because like yesterday I had a good day at work. The day before I had a good day at work. I was expecting to have a good day at work today. It's just, do you ever feel like sometimes you go to work and you do amazing that day, and then you get home and like, why didn't this get done? This wasn't done right, like you fucked up on this one little thing. It's like, dude, the days that I feel like I do amazing, apparently I do horrible. And the days that I do horrible and I'm expecting to get my ass chewed out the next day, I do amazing, apparently. It makes zero sense to me. So let me tell you this is the true crime segment. This episode's going to be a little wonky, but that's fine. That involved my life. So real quick, shameless plug. If you love the content, the free content, if you feel the need to donate, that would be greatly appreciated. Even $1. Every little dollar helps. It pays for notebooks, pens, paper, a cigarette, I roll my own cigarettes. $2.39. Dude, every little bit helps me, man. And like I said, this is free content. I don't charge for any of my shit, but I've been doing this for a decade, and it actually, if you're a podcaster, you know how much money you put into it. So if you want to donate $1, that's cool. If not, that's cool too. I'm going to do this till the day I die because it's therapeutic for me and I enjoy doing it. I have a Buy Me a Coffee link wherever you're listening in the description below. So if you feel the need to. Alright, so let me tell you yesterday, dude. So I got up a little early. did a couple things, little chores around the house, washing dishes, fixing breakfast, like playing video games, just chilling. Did a podcast. And around noonish, yeah, I'd say it was around noonish or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm just sitting in here playing video games, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go take the trash out. And my wife just came in from running around, because she's on vacation right now, and she's like, you don't want to go out there. I'm like, why? What's going on? She's like, dude, there is cops everywhere. And before she had said that, dude, there was a helicopter flying super fucking low, and it flew by twice already before she had come back home. And you guys know me. My main channel, my main podcast is Conspiracy Corner Podcast. So, like, and I have been a victim of gang stalking. I believe I'm truly a targeted individual. So, and I'm a very paranoid person. My paranoia was like, why the fuck is this cop helicopter keep flying super low above my fucking house twice? I mean, low, dude, low. So I'm like, dude, they're gonna get me. They're gonna get me. It's gonna be Waco. And she's like, yeah, dude, there's a black dude running around in a gray sweater with a knife, just running around. He tried to rob a gas station, and now he's on the loose with a knife. And I'm like, oh shit, like a butcher knife or something. Fog of war. I've said this many times on this channel. Anytime anything is going on, because I used to be a journalist for the Garrett Echo and Garrett County newspaper, I did a little bit of journalism. I mean, I would consider this journalism, in a way. But there's this thing called fog of war. So anytime any story is happening in the moment, it's very hard. This is why it bothers me when people are like, they bash content creators for like getting little things wrong here and there, like, check your facts, blah blah blah. It's like, no offense, anytime any story is happening, there's this thing called fog of war, meaning like not all the details are going to be 100%. No one's fucking perfect. So my wife was like, it's a black dude in a gray sweater running around with a knife. So I took the trash out real quick, and I always keep this is on me 24/7, dude, a fucking switchblade, So I'm always fucking ready to kill, and I live in a bad fucking neighborhood. So I came back in, and I was like, well, I guess I ain't going out, because I had plans to go out and do a couple things, like run a couple errands. So I want to get into this story. This is what was going on in my fucking neighborhood. Suspect who fled after attempting to rob gas station, taken into custody, police say. So this is where it gets crazy, too, is my wife is currently on vacation. And I'm very thankful. I'm like, thank God she wasn't working. Because I work at Clark's, she works at Casey's. We both work at gas stations. And it was a Casey's that this guy stuck up with a knife trying to rob them. Times are getting, first of all, can I just say this? Times are getting hard and desperate that people are trying to rob gas stations with a knife, dude. Not a gun, a fucking knife. So it was literally a Casey's. It's like right up the road from us. It's on Tate's Creek. He held it up apparently, because as soon as she seen the video and the picture, she said, "Oh, that's Casey's." Because she works at Casey's. And she has worked at multiple Casey's, like 3 different Casey's she's worked at. And, So I'm just thankful that it wasn't her that got held up, because you never know, man. Like, that would have like killed me if my wife got shanked up by some psychopath. You know what I mean? So it hits home there, but it also hits home because I was on lockdown, not able to leave for a little bit. So yeah, I just wanted to report on this. Suspect who fled after attempting to rob gas station taken into custody, police say. Nicholasville, Kentucky. That's where I live. The suspect accused of fleeing after attempting to rob a gas station has been taken into custody. I heard it was at knife point, but you know. On Wednesday afternoon, Nicholasville police report Andrew Snell was taken into custody without incident. Okay. Oh, by the way, too, while this was going on, all these helicopters and shit, I did hear one gunshot, and it wasn't a firework, dude. I've lived in Detroit, and I currently live in a fucking ghetto. Like, it's a bad fucking neighborhood, dude. I did a whole episode of, I think it was titled My Neighborhood Sucks, or My New Neighborhood Sucks. Go check it out, dude. And if you're listening on Spotify, I'll put it as a related episode. So she drove past this street called Ashgrove. They were all in a field. This guy ran into a field, apparently. He parked outside of the field, or parked in the field, and ran into the woods, from what she gathered. According to the Nicholasville police, this is right down the road from me. And by the way, when I went to work, I seen like a Fox News truck, dude. Everywhere was crawling with fucking cops, dude. According to the Nicholasville Police Department, on Wednesday morning, a man tried to rob a gas station on Edgewood Drive with a knife, but left empty-handed. Police say that afterward, which is funny because, like I said, like, really trying to rob at knife point, like, you probably ain't gonna get shit. And we have, like, little buttons. I accidentally pushed the button, like, 2 days ago. I was packing cigarettes because it's right underneath the button, and I accidentally hit the button. I didn't even realize, and the cops came in, and they're like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's going on?" And they're like, "Panic button was hit." And I said, "Fuck." I said, "Yeah, I was stocking Marlboro red shorts, dude. It's right underneath the button." He said, "Okay, just making sure you're okay." I was like, "I'm good." And I was like, thinking in my head, please get the fuck out of here before my manager sees, because I don't feel like getting in trouble. According to the Nicholasville police, left empty-handed. Police say that afterward, the man made threatening statements while speaking to a family member, who then, and by the way, this wasn't a black guy in a gray sweater, it was a white guy in a black sweater. This is how, fog of war, that's what I just mentioned. So before you call me racist, or my wife racist, it's just fog of war, dude. So apparently he threatened his family member, who then contacted the authorities. So his family member ratted, which is hilarious. Officers located the suspect's vehicle and attempted a traffic stop near Tateskeek Road and Ashgrove Road on the Fayette-Jessamine County line. So that's like literally like a block away. Ooh, by the way, dude, I know it's just clickbait, but look at this girl's ripped fucking abs, dude. I'm sorry. The man ran off, and that's where the search is currently focused. Police say the suspect ran through a creek in the area, which is pretty smart if they were using like hounds, like canine units, because that gets the scent off of you. Just saying, anyone who's watched Cool Hand Luke, you know what I mean? Nicholasville police identified the suspect as 23-year-old Andrew Snell. Not Snail, Snell. And he's fast, he's not slow. He is described as a white male wearing black pants, a gray shirt, and a black hat. See, what it was funny because I was wearing a black shirt at the time. And my wife's like, they're looking for a guy in a black shirt with a knife. And I was going to go out because we got a bunch of cardboard boxes on my front porch that need like cut up and broken down. And I was going to go out there and start breaking down boxes while there's helicopters flying around. I'm glad that my wife is like, keeps up with what's going on, because I was just going to go out there with my knife, you know, the one I just showed you, just slicing up boxes, cutting them while they're looking for a guy in a black shirt with a knife. Oh, that would have been fucking hilarious. Sorry. Can you imagine that? Just like the helicopter and a little, put down the knife. You know, put your hands in here. Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to do chores. If anyone sees him, call 911 immediately. Residents in the area should stay inside with locked doors. The story is developing. Needless to say, they caught the dude. Hang on just a second. So they did catch the dude. Suspect who fled after attempting to rob gas station, taken into custody, police say. Nicholasville update. The suspect accused of fleeing after attempting to rob a gas station has been taken into custody. On Wednesday afternoon, Nicholasville police reported Andrew Snell was taken into custody without incident. According to Nicholasville Police Department, on Wednesday morning, a man tried to rob a gas station, which is Casey's, with a knife, left empty-handed. Police say that afterward, made threatening statements to family. Officers located the suspect's vehicle in a field, chased him into the woods. The man ran off, and that's where the search is currently focused. Police say that the suspect ran through a creek. Nicholasville police identified the suspect as 23-year-old Andrew Snell. Yep, they caught him, though. They caught him. That was my eventful day yesterday, but just before I went to work. And I just wanted to share it with you because it involved me and my wife. It's kind of crazy. Let's get on with the next story. Like I said, today's going to be a little odd, but... Alright, dude. Sorry about that. We're just doing a changeover to the next segment. Had to take a little break anyways for a second. So, like I said, check out the Zelda playlist I got. If you like Zelda podcast and shit, I've done like 6 fucking episodes on Zelda. There's an episode, and the reason why I bring it up, there's an episode that I did, Zelda is a Tranny. Go check that episode out. And the reason why I do callbacks to older episodes is so I don't have to rehash and be a broken record. So, I woke up this morning and drinking coffee and shit, and listening to The Quartering. Shout out to him. If you never checked him out, go check him out. Tell him who sent you. Maybe he'll give me a shout out one day, you know. And there had been this whole scandal that the new Zelda was going to be played by a trans woman. First of all, I've been married to a woman for 10 years. I was married to my ex-wife for 6. She died. I've only been with women. I've done gay shit in the past. I've had people call me transphobic on here because I believe in biology, in male and female. And I think that Zelda should be played by a woman. That being said, dude, like, not gonna lie, I'm into trannies, dude. My wife knows this. She's cool with it. You know, she's the one who's like, honey, you're bisexual. You're bisexual, but you're not. Like, you don't like dudes, you know, but you like smoking hot trans. You know. And it just is what it is. If you don't like that, then fucking get off my channel. I don't care. Unsubscribe, whatever. But I've also had people say that I'm transphobic when I like smoking hot trans chicks. Like if Blair White was single and I was single and she was like, hey, you know, get with me, I'd get with her. So yeah, if that makes me bisexual, cool, whatever. Don't give a fuck. But I just think that Zelda should have been played by a fucking real woman. Just saying. I don't like this cultural Marxism. I don't like this crazy propaganda. I'm an old school liberal. I'm not a progressive new school liberal. I would be what you would consider a moderate. You know, I talked about it last episode. I believe in biology. Trust the science, you know. So go check that episode out if you want a deeper dive into it. This is kind of an update. So, a lead cast has been announced for the Legend of Zelda live action film coming in 2027. So we're finally getting it in 2027. I've wanted this movie since like the 90s, dude. And the Quartering actually made a good point of how cool would it have been if it was made in the 90s, but with like Jim Henson Studios. Like Ganon in like an actual suit, or maybe an animatronic, or like a lot of the creatures being like puppets, you know, like Jim Henson, obviously professional puppets, you know. That would have been cool. But what was I gonna say? There was one more thing. Hang on. Oh, so when I reported on it, it wasn't bots, but what it was like all these channels, and I've seen it before. Like there's one channel, here's an example. There was a channel, I can't remember the channel name, but they were like they were doing like AI of William Dafoe as an old Joker, of like how would he, and what they would do is they'd like write a script. And the scene was it was William Dafoe as the Joker in a diner talking to Batman. And dude, it was so fucking awesome. And I was like, okay. And it's all hypothetical. I'm like, dude, if they ever made a Batman or Joker movie where the Joker's old, William Dafoe would be the perfect fucking Joker. You know what I mean? It's all hypothetical shit. So a lot of people are doing like hypothetical shit. Somebody did a hypothetical like video or article of saying like, hey, if with this new Zelda movie coming out, it should be Hunter Schafer, who's like a trans chick. And by the way, she is fucking gorgeous. She's fucking beautiful. Like if I didn't tell you it was a dude, you'd go, holy shit, she's smoking hot, you know. And then it'd be like, yeah, it's a chick with a dick. Like, oh shit, I'm gay. I think that Zelda should be a chick. That's just my opinion, you know. Sorry, I don't care. You can call me transphobic, even though I like trannies. If you need to make that make sense in your head, whatever, calling me that, that's fine. But I was talking to my wife. I'm like, dude, Japan is not woke. Like, in America, we have this, like, infiltration of cultural Marxism and shit. Because they want the Great Reset. Go tune into Conspiracy Corner for that type of shit. Like I said, these two worlds meld together sometimes. They want to destroy the Constitution. They want to destroy our constitutional republic. They want the Great Reset, you know, the World Economic Forum and all that. So, of course, they would infiltrate with political leaders, which they already have admitted, Klaus Schwab, and bring in cultural Marxism and to destroy us and bring us basically into a state of Weimar Germany, you know. And movies are a good way to do that, and video games. If you've noticed that the whole video game sphere, the whole video game culture now is all super woke. I'm a retro gamer, so I'm over here playing SP, you know. Y'all can keep your woke shit. So, this is the actual cast that has been officially announced for the Legend of Zelda live action movie coming in 2027. And like I said, I was like, Japan doesn't do woke shit. So I kind of figured it was fake news that Zelda was going to be a tranny. I'm like, no, Nintendo ain't going to do that. Japan's not going to do that. Which Nintendo did surprise me, man. They did give like trans options for our Nintendo Switches, the Nintendo Switch 2, but not other countries. So they are going a little woke. But lead cast announced: Benjamin Evan Ainsworth and Bo Bragginson to play Link in Zelda. So this is Benjamin Evan Ainsworth. He's going to play Link. And they did do a good choice for him. He's got a good, strong jawline. Got the elf ears going on. So this actually looks like they are filming it. He looks like Link. Beautiful blue eyes. Handsome boy. Hopefully they keep him a brunette. I prefer the brunette Link over the blonde one. The lead actors, along with an expected release date, were announced Wednesday for the live-action film of the popular Nintendo game The Legend of Zelda, which obviously, you guys know I'm a huge fucking fan, and I've been wanting this since the 90s. The announcement from Shigeru Miyamoto, which is like the creator, Nintendo's representative director and renowned video game designer, was posted on X. Link, the main protagonist, will be played by English actor Benjamin Evan Ainsworth, while English actress Bo Bragginson will play Princess Zelda, a biological female. And she's beautiful. And I don't mean this in a weird way if she is underage. I'm just saying she's fucking beautiful. Yeah, a biological woman. Thank you, Nintendo. I didn't want a tranny playing Zelda. And I said that last episode, you know. Go check that episode out. Like, she's a beautiful biological female. Thank you. The film will be an adaptation of the Nintendo game launched in 1986. The Legend of Zelda is set in the Kingdom of Hyrule, a fantasy world where Link and Zelda attempt to save the kingdom from the evil Ganon. Ainsworth is known for his starring role as Mark Critch in the Canadian comedy series Son of a Critch. He has also played Miles in the Netflix series The Haunting of Bly Manor. I don't even know about that shit. But yeah, there you go. And apparently the whole internet's in an uproar because there was fake news going around that... And by the way, you guys seen when I did the Zelda is a tranny episode, I was pulling up mainstream articles saying that Hunter Schafer's supposed to be the new Zelda. But yeah, it was fake fucking news, dude. All hearsay. So I'm glad that it's a biological female. 2, I'm not transphobic. Go watch the last episode. 3, it's crazy how many super left-wing insane liberals, for one, have infiltrated the video game community and seem to control the video game community now. Which, like I said, I'm a retro gamer. I'm very out of touch. I'm playing through all the old Zeldas on Game Boy Advanced. Go check out the playlist. I don't really play anything that's not 2D right now. That's just me. For one, it's cheaper. 2, it's what I like. It's what I fucking like. I'm a retro gamer. I don't keep up with the politics of new games. To me, it's insane that people go out and buy like a $500 to $1,000 system and spend $70 per game. Like, I'm like, what? How do you have money for this shit? I barely have money to eat. I'm over here eating like sloppy joes and bologna sandwiches, and you're spending like $70 on a game or $500 on a system. Like, this cost me $100, the SB, and this game cost me like $30. You know, and that's expensive for me. I'm broke as fuck, dude. But I do know that from what I hear of like new school gamers, it is funny speaking to them because when they find out that I only play retro, they're like, oh, and then they just like don't care about what I'm playing, but they'll sit there for 15, 20 minutes and tell me about new shit. And I'm a good listener. I just listen, but I'm like, hey, I just beat Zelda 1, and they're just like, yeah, I don't care. You know, like, have you beat Zelda 1? No, I don't like retro. You know, graphics sucks. The bit music sucks. It's like, okay. But, it's just sad that everything, like, wokeness has infiltrated everything. Like sports, which I don't care for sports. Go check out the Bread and Circus episode, to find my opinion on sports. Sports, video games, movies, film. Like, literally, film sucks. Me and my wife barely go to the fucking movies. Like, I will go see this one in theaters, but used to all the time, man. Like, years ago, like, we'd be like, dude, I want to go see this in theaters. Like, when we first got together, me and her, we wanted to see, like, tons of shit in theaters. Everything's woke. Everything. Comic books, woke. Every form of media. Like, we have been completely infiltrated by cultural Marxism. The Great Reset. And it just fucking blows, man. So I'm glad that Nintendo is like, no, it's going to be a biological female and she's going to be beautiful. Not saying that Hunter Schafer isn't beautiful, but, you know. So yeah, they're getting a shit ton of backlash on this film of all these woke people going, we're boycotting this. Hunter Schafer was supposed to be Zelda, you know, because of the hypothetical article. Like, Nintendo never said Hunter Schafer was going to be Zelda, apparently. It was just hypothetical, and it was just what was up in the air. It was gossip. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, so all these... Here's the thing, dude. America has had enough to the point that we normal... And I'm saying me as like a old school classic liberal who's bisexual, you know. Like, we've had enough of like super progressive, super left wing. So go ahead, boycott this new Zelda movie. I'm gonna go see it, you know. Oh, you're transphobic. Bitch, you don't know me. Like, you don't know me. We just want to... Normal people want to live normal lives. Like, yeah, I'm a punk. Yeah, I'm weird. But at the end of the day, like, I just want to live and have fun and go to work and play Zelda and watch a Zelda movie. And I believe in biology. I don't think that's crazy. I trust the science. But figured I'd tell you all. There's the update. It's kind of like a part 2 to Zelda is a Tranny. Go check out that playlist. Go check out my podcast in general. I try to put out a podcast every day. That's about it. That's all she wrote. Love y'all. Y'all have a good day. And let's do something today. Let's love one another, you know, despite our differences. All right. Y'all have a good day.